Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Addicts. Hello everybody and welcome back to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast where we get visited by spirits in the night and maybe we'll become a better person. I am Bill and this is Matt. How you doing, Matt?
I will never become another person.
Humbug. Anyways, so if you ever wonder what days we record these and how far out in advance, we're currently recovering from the post-Thanksgiving.
If you want to know just how it post, I just had a turkey sandwich for dinner. So there you go.
Yes, I have so much stuffing and pasta and other food. So it'll last me a week or two.
Yeah, easily.
We'll see. Yeah, it's been good though. It's been a 3 more day. It's a nice 4-day weekend. That's all I can say.
I had a couple other days in there because I went to a concert on Monday.
Nice.
It was Cindy's birthday concert. It's supposed to be on her birthday, but Stephen X broke her collarbone, so that one got moved to this
Happens.
week. But yeah, we went to go see Stephen X, which was pretty
Nice.
cool. It was pretty cool to be able to see her in concert. It's like she's pushing 80. But surprising that she's even doing this. But
Yeah,
it was a fairly short concert too, which I mean, can't say I'm too surprised about that. I didn't expect it to go long or anything. It was really funny too because at one point my cousin went with us, and at one point she like leaned over to me and she's like, "Why are these intros for the song so long?" Because we're doing like these super long guitar intros and like solos and stuff. I'm like, "What do you mean?" Stevie's almost 80 years old. It's so that she can have a fiber between songs.
because music is music and it's fun. I mean, that's why when like you get limited on your playlist selection, like say you got a group playlist going on, and people are like, you can only add in 5 songs, and then I'm like, okay, 5 progressive rock songs it is. We're gonna listen to all of 2112.
Yeah, no, it was a good time though. It was honestly it went well, aside from one little hiccup, it went very, very smoothly. The one hiccup being Cindy lost her ID in the process.
That's never good.
That's what I get for not getting up to go get a drink with her.
Yeah. It's better than Alex losing her. Actually, I don't know. Alex losing her phone at Anime Boston was pretty bad. Remember that?
Yeah, but I mean, it's more expensive, but it is easier to replace a phone than it is to replace an ID. You have to go through fucking RMV, and it's a holiday weekend, so like the process can't even get started until Monday. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, and going to the DMV RMV is like, that place is just like literally it sucks the joy out of everything.
Yep. It surely does.
But yeah, it's been interesting. We did some Black Friday shopping today, and by shopping I mean we went to Barnes and Noble because they were doing Barnes and Noble and Newbury Comics because they were doing like buy one get one 50% off anime manga deals.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And I'm like, December is one of those months where I'm like jam packed with like new releases on my my list. So I was like, fuck it, let's see if we can get some early releases because most manga stores don't give a fuck and they just put them out once they get them.
Oh, that come to think of it, there's going to be a new Spy Family soon, isn't there?
15. Yes, I already have it, and I've already read it.
I pre-ordered it. I don't know.
I wasn't even looking for it. I just happened to be in Barnes and Noble. It wasn't today. I bought it actually a couple days ago because I think it comes out actually on Tuesday. But I was in like Barnes and Noble on Monday, I think it was, because I was looking for Christmas presents, and I was just I always browse the manga section. I was like, oh, there's Martha. I need that.
Hmm.
So because
There you go.
last cover was Henry, and this one I was like, oh, it's the Martha cover. I need that one now because I have to know what happens next.
Oh yeah,
Was
with the backstory with Henderson and Martha.
yeah, that's honestly only like the first like couple chapters in this volume because like the rest of it is the festival arc.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it just seemed like maybe it's just one of those things we read week to week with Spy Family. Because Spy Family, like, it's not always consistent, but it's usually a bi-weekly release for chapters.
yeah, it depends on how Endo's feeling on a given
And
basis.
and have been plenty of instances where that one chapter every other week is one of those little 3 pages. So that's
Yes.
always frustrating.
Well, because I remember because during the whole flashback thing, that was like that was, as the internet called it, the Great Yor Drought, because Yor
Mhm,
didn't appear for like 2 months or a couple months. But when
mhm.
you read it by volume, it's like, oh, it's only like a couple chapters, and then she's back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even though I read that part physically too, and even I was just kind of like, all right, well, let's get back to the Spy Family. Like, what's going on here?
Well, it's great because we get the flashback arc, and then we get that wonderful like mood whiplash of we find out Henderson had a wife, and then immediately 2 pages later, it's like, oh yeah, she died 15 years ago, by the way. I'm like, oh, that's
Mhm.
great. That's
But he
nice.
also just kind of like, I mean, I don't. Well, you already read it. He kind of only married her because Martha was gone and he thought she was dead.
Yeah,
He
and that
was
that
carrying a torch for her until he thought she died.
I mean, it's like 1940s Germany, so I guess yeah.
It's like the saddest thing. Like, honestly, I don't know whose backstory is sad or Henderson's or. I mean, Lloyd's is pretty bad, but Henderson's
Wait,
just like Lloyd's is tragic, but Henderson's is just sad.
Martha's is pretty sad too.
Well, I mean, they kind of share that backstory, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and then we haven't even got like yours true backstory. We haven't got Anya's backstory yet. They're coming. I can already tell from what I've heard, but
Well, every time we see anything with yours backstory, it's always like kind of played for comedy.
yeah, we don't see what actually happened. We only see the funny moments.
Yeah, it's just like she comes home covered in blood, and she's just like, "Oh, sorry, I have to make you dinner."
There's some dark shit in this manga, which is funny because it's mostly a comedy. But
Yeah,
yeah, after that it's there's that mini arc where they're looking for a seal in the lake.
I don't remember that.
They're trying to do Anya's like book report or something, and they're looking for this seal that only appears in the lake. Um,
No,
it looks like Bond. That's kind of the whole joke behind it.
gotcha.
And then after that is the festival arc, where we get one of the greatest Yor crash outs in the series.
Oh, isn't that the festival? Isn't that where you find out that Melinda's doing like fortune telling and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, because it's the
Yeah,
it's the crash out where Yor and Melinda realize they see each other, and then they have this like double crash out. It's
yeah.
great.
No, it's fine. I love that series.
Yeah, it's
So
really
good.
fun. Amazing art.
Mm.
But
Um,
speaking of that though, like somehow the anime hits harder.
well, it's just another one of those like, I mean, not to turn the conversation away from this, but it's kind of the same thing with like say Death Note, where like you're reading it and you're like, oh, this is interesting. I want to know where this goes. Then you watch it and you're like, why am I like amped up to watch this guy eat a potato chip?
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Death Note, I watched it.
Yeah.
That ending happened.
Mm-hmm. So I will say that the ending in the manga, it's not quite as dramatic, but it pretty much ends the same way.
I'll say that final scene is very symbolic. But that fucking ending, like, the fuck was that? Like,
What with the
lights fucking crash out. I was like,
oh, where
this
he just
was
starts like losing it.
yeah. I was like, this guy pulled all of these schemes, and that was how he fucking gets defeated. I was like, okay,
Well, I mean, oh my god, like part of me really wishes that we had just like that you had waited until we finished it, but God, there's a lot going on like with the psychology of all these characters. Like Aizawa, one of the best characters in the whole show, and you wouldn't guess just from what we read in the manga up to this point. But he is like, from the point where L dies, Aizawa like kind of like takes up the mantle, and it's just like he's like the G of the show. Like,
see, I think my problem wasn't because everyone says the third act it falls off kind of hard. I will say it definitely the third everything post L's death. Spoiler for anyone who hasn't read it, but at this point, we've already said it pretty far.
It's been out for 20 years.
Yeah. Everything after L's death is very much you kind of like there was so much it was had such a strong build up to that, and then it just kind of like, fuck, what do we do now? And I have to say, N is not as interesting of a antagonist question mark. Because L was endearing. This guy just kind of shows up.
I'd say Mello is more interesting out of the two.
Yeah, but he kind of sucks. That's the sad part about him.
Yeah, but that's part of what makes him interesting is because he's like it's kind of like Nier and Mello represent different aspects of L's personality. Like,
yeah,
Mello is all the emotion that L represses. And he also kind of like represents like the kind of no fucks given kind of part of L's person. Like, L was willing to do pretty much whatever he needed to do to fucking get results, but he did it in a like relaxed, calm, orderly manner. Whereas Mello was just like, no, I'm just gonna fucking rise to the top of this fucking mafia group and just fucking fuck with shit. But also be working on catching Kira the whole time. Like, and I'm gonna come up with all these crazy plans and kill Link's dad.
It is very crazy that by the end of the series, you're just like, who? There's no fucking villains. There's no heroes. Like everybody kind of is like,
no. Matsuda is a hero. I don't care what anybody says. Matsuda is the hero of the show.
I guess, but he doesn't do a lot until like we get to the later part.
Well, I mean, he had like two major roles, right? He had the whole thing with the Yotsuba group, which we already read, where like yeah, they were kind of on the course already, but he sped things up to the point where they could just get to the point without dilly-dallying.
Yeah.
Which ended up actually being the key to catching Higuchi. And then he was also the one to actually take out Light. He was the one to fucking snap and say, nope, this motherfucker needs to die. Like,
did he technically kill Light though? I thought Ryuk did that.
Technically, yeah, Ryuk killed him, but did you see how many holes he blew in him?
I'm amazed he was still walking, to be honest. I was like, damn, he missed every vital point.
That is one thing I will say that is a big difference between the manga and the anime is in the manga, he dies right there in front of them.
Okay, because I thought that was so stupid in the anime.
I thought like the symbolism of it really hit because like all right, so he gets shut up and then he slips out when they're all fucking, yelling at each other or whatever. And then he's running down the street and then he kind of like sees like the ghostly image of himself walking by like as a student. And like the symbolism of him like kind of seeing himself as he should have been and like kind of having like that last 30 seconds of just extreme regret before he had to die. Like, I don't know, there's a lot going on there underneath the surface.
Yeah.
No, they don't just come out and tell you.
We'll probably deep dive further into the anime at a later date. But yeah, I finished that.
And also it's highly suggested that Misa killed herself afterwards.
Well, she's gonna die regardless, like soon, because she hacked her life twice.
Who knows though? Because you also got to take into account the fact that both Jealous and Rem died for her. So their lifespans went to her.
Is that what that meant?
That's how that works, is when a god of death dies to save you, whatever their lifespan is, goes to the person they saved. So I mean, you could make an argument that part of Rems would have gone to Light, but also when the Death Note is involved, all like the whole "this is your lifespan" thing goes right out the window.
True. Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of like the way they portray it is, yeah, like this is your natural lifespan, but if you become directly involved with the Death Note, that number is meaningless.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's so much to go into it that we'll definitely get deeper after we finish reading it. But
Yeah, there's a lot to break down there.
um, other than that, like for watches, like it was mostly still ongoing stuff, like
Hmm.
the most recent Spy Family. We
Finally
had
getting into the hijacking arc.
so that started and that was very fun. But I have to say, like there was a mini arc that I forgot about in the manga that was amazing in this version with the doctor that was trying to frame Lloyd.
Right. Yeah, I did like that a lot. That was great.
Well, the biggest thing with that was like when I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh my god, it's Ian Sinclair."
Yeah, he's
I
perfect.
was,
Perfect
I was like,
person to pick for
"Oh,
that.
amazing."
Yep.
Yeah, that whole arc was very fun. We got more Fiona Frankie stuff too, which is always funny.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, that's always fun. Then we also had the start of the school bus arc, which I am looking forward to
Yeah, for sure. Which we should be getting more of.
tomorrow,
You see, I don't
or
understand like
maybe.
the fucking. I have no concept of how the pacing is going to go for this. So this could be wrapped up in this one episode for all I know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Because like the comparing reading it to watching it, like the pacing is completely different. So it could go either way.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking we might get to the Henderson stuff this season. The speed it's going.
It's possible, but I also don't remember a ton of what happened between now and the Henderson stuff. So there could be more there than we think. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean,
Um,
there's a few smaller things, but yeah, that was great. Um, My Hero is still continuing to be epic.
mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
it's going pretty hard.
the voice actors are going so fucking hard this season, and I fucking love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because in that last one, wasn't it like spoilers for anybody who's not caught up? Which actually this is coming out in like 3 or 4 weeks, so I guess whatever.
The
Um,
series will probably be done by then.
but at this point, doesn't he only have one of the successors left? One of the previous holders?
It's unclear. I know the way it sounded like he's still the only one he technically has left is Nana because she was deliberately held back because Shigaraki wants to make her suffer.
Hmm.
Because the final scene we saw was the scene like where she witnesses her son fucking beat him. And I was just like,
Yeah. Where
oh,
she was like, "Oh, that's I kind of did that."
the emotion there. I was like, holy shit. Like the
Yeah.
VAs are so fucking on point this season. Like I still think Justin's probably doing his best work as Midoriya right now.
Hmm.
But
For sure.
yeah, it's intense. Like the build this is so worth the build up of watching all of that within the span of 4 months.
Hmm.
Uh yeah, that's a lot of fun. There was also Fragrant Flower ended.
Yep, that season is wrapped up, and while they aren't technically dating yet, but they have admitted their feelings and agreed to go out on a date, and that's where the season left off. And I'm like, okay, that is pacing I can get behind, 100%.
Yeah, it's not quite Horiyama speed, but it's not slow burn either.
Yeah, for sure. And even though, like, as you're watching it, it kind of feels slow burn, but at the same time, it's like every sort of like mini conflict gets resolved so quickly. Like,
I mean, it took 13 episodes. That's definitely better than like 30.
yeah, yeah. Um, but no, Cindy finished Apothecary Diaries.
Both seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep, that's all wrapped up. So now we just got to focus on we got to get her caught up on Oshinoko and finish up Frieren season 1.
Nice.
So making good progress there. Although now she's on a Christmas movie kick, so she's been doing that a lot. Oh, and fucking Francis is into Alvin and the Chipmunks now, so been listening to a lot of that lately.
The animated ones or the
no?
Oh, the bad ones.
No.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I mean, she still watches other stuff too. Like earlier today, she was watching The Secret World of Arrietty and Ponyo. And then she wanted to watch the Panda one. And then when that ended, it automatically moved into Pompoko. So I mean, she bounces around, so it's not all the same. Actually, yesterday she wanted to watch Toy Story 3 randomly, but she hasn't watched that in forever.
I'm realizing now I've not actually ever seen Toy Story 3.
Really?
Yeah, I missed it when it came out. I've just never thought to watch it.
It's worth a watch.
I've heard it was a perfect ending for the series, then they had to ruin it with additional films, but
and they're making another one.
It's because Pixar's out of ideas, like most studios.
Yeah.
That aren't Japan.
And even those, like, they're all inspired by each other. So
yeah, but it's still more interesting than the slop Disney throws out now.
True.
I saw Shinkai is apparently confirmed he's working on his next film. So
yeah, I saw that. I'm excited. Definitely excited for that.
It's gonna be hard to top Suzume.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, if his track record is, any indication, like he's clearly improving with each film. So
yeah,
we'll see. It also depends on how much more he has to say, because it gets to a point where an artist kind of runs out of things to say, and then it just kind of becomes cookie cutter.
Are we flooding Tokyo again? That's all I have to know.
Yeah. So I finished my rewatch of Trigun Stampede.
Nice.
And I am very excited for season 2, or Stargazer, I guess. I don't know why they're not just calling it Stampede season 2, but
because Stargazer,
just a whole separate season, I guess. And I haven't really had much time to watch anime this week just because all the holiday shit.
Same.
But I did start Paranoia Agent.
Nice.
I'm only like 2 or 3 episodes in, but I'm enjoying where it's going so far.
I started watching another series. What was it called? I've already forgot. Oh yeah, Kekaru Bed and Breakfast for Spirits.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Alex has mentioned it a few times. It's for an anime swap, but it's Alex's pick, so I'm gonna start watching that.
Gotcha.
It's been interesting so far. I only got 2 episodes in before life happened, and yesterday I was too tired to watch something, but I was too awake to not do something. So it was one of those.
I feel like
yeah. So hopefully I should get that wrapped up.
Nice. I have all right, relax, buddy. Jeez. I have A, gotten some gaming in, and B, gotten some new pickups for games.
Nice.
I mentioned it to you a couple days ago. I got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax because it was on sale on Switch for like $8.
Nice.
So I'm finally, back in the world of Persona 4, kind of continuing that story. It's this is an Arc System Works, right?
Yep.
Because I was gonna say it's almost exactly like Fighters and Blaze Blue.
Yes.
I'm still kind of getting used to the control scheme for this one because it is a little bit different.
Yeah. So you got Arena Ultimix and
It comes with both. Oh well, yeah, because I got Dancing All Night. I found a physical copy cheap on eBay.
Okay.
And that should be arriving within the next week or 2.
Okay, so the version of Arena on Switch comes with both.
The version of Arena, yes, it comes with regular Arena and Ultimax.
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna notice. Did you finish Arena 1?
No, I barely started it because I'm still
Okay.
I am still also working on Pokemon Black, and
Oh, nice.
I did get a couple other games too because I got a bunch of like classic arcade games, like the Capcom games. Like part of
Nice.
like the big Capcom Stadium thing emulator thing that they have on that. And Cindy and I actually beat two of them in one night a few nights ago. We beat
Nice.
Final Fight and Captain Commando,
Final Fight's always fun.
which was my first time playing it through, so that was cool. And I still have a few more that I gotten because they're doing like all of them for like pretty much everything that goes on the Capcom Stadium 1 and 2 is on sale right now for $1 each.
Nice.
And then I also got it was like the insane game bundle or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it's basically like 21 indie games. They're all pretty basic games for the most part, but they're just like fun little time the kind of games that you put on when you want to play something but you're too brain dead to fucking focus on anything.
Brain rot games, yeah.
Yeah. And some of them are pretty cool actually. Actually the first one I played was what the fuck was it? Is it actually weirdly enough like 6 of them are cat based for some reason. But the first one I had tried it was kind of like an endless wave of enemies kind of situation. I think it's a roguelike. I'm still not 100% sure what games classifies roguelikes or not, but I'm pretty sure it's
Very
roguelike.
broad. It's a broad definition. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like because I never played any of the big ones that people are like, yes, this is a roguelike.
I mean,
But
Pokemon
based
Mystery
on
Dungeon is technically a roguelike.
as I say, based on my understanding of roguelikes, wouldn't Nazi zombies technically be a roguelike? Because you start the game with nothing every time, and you go through and collect all these upgrades and power ups until you die, and then you start it all over with nothing.
Potentially. It's one of those things where then we get into like weird semantics because like one of my favorite arguments is technically like you could make the argument that Gran Turismo was an RPG.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not against the idea of like there being like weird outlayer, like yes, this counts as this, but it's this.
Well,
You
it's
know,
like
it's technically a racing game, but it is also an RPG, or it's technically a first-person shooter, but it's also a roguelike.
it's like the like one of my favorites is like the eternal argument of is Zelda an RPG?
I mean, I'm not really the best one to judge because I
But
haven't played a ton of Zelda,
that's the thing, it depends because some of the games
but
could be.
I always assumed it was.
Well, it's the thing is once you break into it, you real because like the main thing is like Ocarina of Time, for example, it doesn't technically have any RPG elements. Like there's no level up system, there's no stats, there's none of that crazy shit. It's technically considered an action adventure game.
I guess. I mean, you could kind of make the same argument though for like Monster Hunters, and I would say Monster Hunters is absolutely an RPG.
Well, RPG it has more stat based stuff, and
Yeah, but all the stats aren't based on your character; they're based on your equipment, and that's kind of the same way it works in Zelda.
it does, but it's not at the same time. See, this is why it's such a annoying debate because it's like semantics.
It's basically if you want it to be one, it is.
But then there's other Zelda games that do have stats. So it's like,
Yeah, it's weird. But that big indie game collection thing is like the insane game bundle or something like that. I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll probably already be over. But it is on sale for $2 right now. It's usually $30, so
that's cool.
it's worth it just to have a bunch of shit games that don't matter, and it takes up like no space. So
How far did you get into Arena while you were playing?
I just met the class president. So I'm only like the first I think I just fought Yukiko.
Yes. Because I'm assuming you played as you first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that progression system in the first one basically they use the Blaze Blue story progression system, and it sucks. Because it's like you have to play all of the stories, but like there's like choices within the stories that will unlock different endings to unlock other things. It's annoying. When you get to Ultimix, it'll be like, oh, it's just point A to point B. This makes a lot more sense. Like this,
I was looking into like walkthroughs for like, you know, kind of the same way I did with Persona 4 Golden, but
yeah.
Everything that I looked up would just tell me like, oh, this is how you do this move and this is how you do that move. It wasn't telling me anything about dialogue choices. So, like the differences and like endings and stuff, like, does it really make that much of a difference?
You have to do everything to unlock the true ending. That's why it's annoying.
Whatever. I'm not gonna put that much effort into a fighting game. I'm just not.
Well, you kind of have to though, because then it won't make any sense going from the first game to the second game.
I'll watch a YouTube video if I have to.
It's
like maybe at some point I'll come back around and try to complete, but I'm not. That's too much effort for a fighting game.
You don't understand.
RPG, you could make an argument for RPGs. I'm not doing that for a fighting game. That's ridiculous.
You don't understand, man. Like when I played them when they came out, so like I had like Arena was like my only continuation of 4 for a long time.
And how old were you when it came out?
When did Arena? So Arena came out before Golden. Keep that in mind.
That alone tells me all I need to know.
I didn't have much going on.
You were in high school.
I mean, I was in high school when Persona. I mean, you were in high school too when I was doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You had all the time in the world to play video games when you're in high school.
Well, yeah, it's not like I was doing homework like it should have been.
Yeah, same.
I also should have been, going out and like, meeting people and a lot of things I should have been doing, but nope, I was playing fucking Persona 4 Arena.
I mean, I had friends that I hung out with, but I definitely played a lot of video games. I was mostly, I mean, that was also during my stint of like just playing Call of Duty online like all the time. It was pretty much high school. That was like 90% of my gaming. And I still had like my older games that I would play. Like I still played my Dragon Ball games. I still would occasionally load up a Pokemon game. I mean, I still have my PS2 set up, and it still worked fine. So like I'd play my old games too, but 90% of the time I was playing Call of Duty.
See, the funniest part about, because there was like a huge gap in time between Arena and then Ultimix, because Ultimax was after Golden. It's very entertaining when you go from Arena. Ultimax apparently is supposed to take place pretty much right after the ending of the first Arena. So you go from Arena, and then we go to Ultimax, and because in that time the Japanese voice actor for Igor had died, they kind of phased Igor out of the game, so he's just gone, and it's just Margaret, and then Mary's just there now for some reason.
That's about right.
It's because they wanted to add her in as a playable character, but yeah, it's just goofy shit.
What was I gonna say? But yeah, I haven't gotten like a ton, but I have been chipping away at Pokemon Black. But since I've been playing on like the big game chip thing that I have, that has a bunch of cheats built in, and I'm not cheating at the game, but I did just activate the cheat that all wild Pokemon appear shiny. So just to make it a little more fun for myself.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just, I already know all the Pokemon. I'm like nicknaming them stupid shit. So like, I don't know. I'm just having fun with it. I'm only on I just got to the town with the second gym. So
have you seen the Ferris wheel scene yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Although I did play White 2 years ago. And there was a Ferris wheel scene in that one.
That one's not as weird as the one in the first game.
I don't know. It was very suggestive.
Yes. Well, you're playing as. I'm assuming you're playing as Hilbert, not Hilda.
Yeah.
Ferris Wheel is very weird when you play as Hilda in the first game because N is very N. I guess you could say.
I guess so. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I never finished Black Friday shopping. I ended up getting like 4 manga early.
Very nice.
Like Komi Volume 36. Um Kaiju number 8 Relax. The spin-off series where they just chill out and it's all the in-between stuff. Um Forget one of the other ones. Oh, the new Persona 5 manga volume came out too. So I grabbed
I didn't
that.
know it was still coming out. For some reason I thought that
Yeah.
was done.
No, they're not even done yet. They're into like the Say stuff now. But you haven't played 5, right?
No.
Okay, so I can't.
That's gonna be my big project for next year for gaming.
Nice. Yeah, there's still a few more chapters of that, I'm assuming.
Hmm.
I forget what the other volume I picked up was, but yeah, I grabbed a few of those. It's fun. I'm actually almost done with Komi.
Oh, didn't you also pick up the Blu-rays for Horimiya?
Yes, those came in today actually.
Nice.
So I have those. In case Aniplex ever yeets them from the internet.
Yeah, which they're very wont to do.
Yeah. But yeah, those I have. I have those, so it's nice.
Hmm. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, that's about it. I haven't played any games because I don't have time.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been dabbling in a lot of stuff, and after this, Cindy and I might end up, depending on how we're both feeling, we might end up playing another one of those beat 'em ups.
Trying to think of a good one. Konami had more of the really good ones. I'd have to think on that.
I mean, I have at least 3 or 4 of them, like new ones, and then I also wouldn't be opposed to playing through the Scott Pilgrim one with her. But that one's more difficult than all the other ones.
Yeah, that one
because you actually like level up and have to like get upgrades and shit.
That one you got to do like the cheat to get the money so you can just buy all the upgrades and make the game fun.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember when we were doing our Scott Pilgrim episode, and I was like, "Oh, I want to play the game." Leading up to it, so I could talk about that too. And like, I spent like the whole time just grinding on the first 2 levels just to get fucking just to level up and get upgrades.
And then I told you about the cheat code to get money, and you were like, "What?"
Yeah. Oh well. Plus, it's confusing because you got to look up guides for like the shops because they're all like they don't tell you what they do.
Well, the one shop that matters is the
secret shop.
No account video, but you need to pay off Scott's late fees. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So you had to do the money cheat to pay off Scott's late fees, and then you have pretty much all the best items in the game are in there.
Yeah. It's a fun game though.
Yeah, it is. I gotta sit down and do a playthrough of that again at some point. I want to get like an online, like four people co-op going because that's where that game gets really fun.
I'd be up for that. I have to renew my online account, but that's only $20, so whatever.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
So we're still doing Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
This one was a bit of a last minute kind of we threw together thing, but we're going to be talking about very, very loosely. We're not going to get super in depth on it, but we're going to be talking about A Christmas Carol.
Which I intended to do a lot more preparation for this one. I did very little, as it turns out. Unfortunately, I watched the Mickey Mouse adaptation and listened to about 45-ish minutes of the audiobook. Oops.
It happens. I mean, so fun fact, this copy I own, I may or may not have stole it from my middle school.
About right.
Because we were supposed to return them after reading it, and I forgot. And
That's all right.
I found it in a box when I was moving into my house. So yeah.
That's right. You saved one kid from having to read a book he didn't want to read.
Yeah, but out of all the books to read, Christmas Carol is probably one of the least offensive books they make us read in school.
Oh, for sure. I read it last year, last December, and I mean it was a fun read. Like I've tried to read a lot of like older books. And actually, more recently, I've tried to read some Henry James, and that's fucking difficult.
Charles Dickens is one of the more accessible readers books, I'd say.
Yeah, well, I read two of his books. I read Christmas Carol and I read Hard Times. Hard Times was kind of difficult. I haven't read any like the other big ones, like Great Expectations or Tale of Two Cities or Oliver Twist. I have them all. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
I've been wanting to read the Pickwick Papers too, because apparently that one's entertaining.
But I mean, the Christmas Carol. I mean, that everybody knows that story. It's been adapted about 100 times.
I mean, people can complain about reading books in school. I mean, that's not a lot. You can read A Christmas Carol.
I mean, it is dense just because like the language that he uses. It's very flowery. Which really lends itself to Patrick Stewart's audiobook reading of it, because he is a very theatrical man. You say every actor's no. Patrick Stewart is like Shakespearean theatrical, so he gets really into it.
my problem is listening to any audiobook or thing with him in it, though, is like the entire time I'm listening to it, the whole time I'm just waiting for him to break out and do like Captain's log, start date now.
Yep.
Earl Grey, tea, hot. Make it so.
Yeah, I feel that. Which actually reminds me, it's about that time of year to start listening to those Christmas songs.
Either that or like I'll think of like Professor Xavier. Those are like the two roles I associate with him now.
That's fair. But I mean, my personal favorite adaptation of Christmas Carol is where he plays Scrooge. Like, that is fantastic. I love, because like, especially with something like The Christmas Carol or any writing of Charles Dickens or Shakespeare, like that kind of style, like someone like Patrick Stewart, like where he spent most of his acting career on the stage, and he is such a like he has a presence, and he commands attention when he's up in front of a camera or on the stage. Like it's just good. It's good.
What year was his adaptation of Christmas Carol?
That is a good question. It was a good bit ago, because he definitely wasn't as aged as he is now. It might have been around his Star Trek run. Let me look it up real quick. Patrick Stewart, Christmas Carol, 1999. So yeah, it would have been like right after his run of Star Trek.
Gotcha.
But right before he became Charles Xavier.
Was his like a made-for-TV movie?
Not to my knowledge. It doesn't give the vibe of it.
Oh, it is. It was a made-for-TV movie.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
You wouldn't guess it by watching it.
Because I'm looking through like the list of theatrical films. I was like, why can't I find it? And I scrolled down to TV movies. I'm like, oh, there it is.
But, I mean, I've seen at least 6 or 7 different adaptations of this.
I've seen many. Like, the most famous one for me, like, which is hilarious, is the Muppets Christmas Carol. Like, that's like a yearly watch for me.
Yeah, we watch it every year too.
It's the songs more than anything. Like, the songs still hold up. The choices of who they got to play the characters, I always found funny.
What, for the Muppets?
Yeah, like even though me and Alex kind of shat all over it last year, because we made the realization, because they have Kermit the Frog play Cratchit, and then we made the joke because obviously Miss Piggy's his wife, and they have like 12 kids, and the whole time we were like, "God damn, Kermit fucks."
Oh yeah,
Holy shit.
Um, yeah, it's funny you say that because I was watching the Mickey one, which I watched a lot as a kid. Like that was like the one I watched as a kid a lot. And Xander was in the room with me, and at one point, like we were talking about it, we were like, why is it that in like every like Mickey Mouse Christmas thing, Mickey is always like the dirt poor one?
Well, oh yeah, because in Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, they were both living in fucking poverty.
Yeah.
Because he lived in a shithole, and then Minnie also like lived in a shithole. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like the only thing of value Mickey had was a harmonica.
Yeah. And then by the end of the movie, he no longer has his harmonica, but he has a harmonica case.
Yeah. It's great. I just think it's hilarious that both Donald Duck and Goofy are doing better financially than Mickey in that movie.
Yeah, Donald Duck's fucking. Well, he is related to Scrooge, so I guess he's doing okay. He's in the He's in the Navy. He's got a job.
This is true.
Mickey appears to be a bum in this movie. Like, what does Mickey do?
For real.
That is actually funny. I didn't even think of that.
There was something interesting though that well, interesting is not the right word. It's something that I've always kind of like thought about. And obviously, like I understand the point of A Christmas Carol. Like obviously, it's be a better person, help your fellow man. You know, try to keep positivity in your life. Like it's all good messages, right? But like, I feel like with Scrooge as a character, like even his turnaround is kind of flawed.
Well, it's such a
because it's like, yeah, he feels guilty about like stuff as he's going through the past and the present, all that stuff. But then what really pushes him over the edge is he's just like, oh, nobody cares when I die, and also I'm going to hell. So I want to not go to hell, so I'm going to be a good person from now on. Like,
yeah, it's such a the turnaround is so fast, like to the point where it's like this ain't believable.
Well, they did it all in one night.
I guess back in the day, probably I guess it was probably more convincing, but nowadays, like just modern, how people are. It's always cruel too because we see like his backstory and how like he gave up the love of his life because he was greedy.
And you know what else bothers me too? Is about that whole thing about how he lost his girl and everything because of money and everything. The fact that he doesn't even do anything with it. Like he's literally living in squalor himself. For no other reason than he doesn't want to spend any money.
Yeah, he's like one of the
point in all this money. Like you're not even paying for heat, bro.
Because it's literally a play on like that stereotype of like the freaking the rich people who literally are so cheap they won't do anything. They just want to have the money but not use it.
Like Scrooge is literally a dragon. Like, you know, I want the gold to have it. I don't have any use for it. I'm not going to spend it. I just like to have it.
See, this is where the Mickey Mouse version like kind of falls on its head, because it's like that Scrooge. We know that Scrooge for years, and it's like, no, he's swimming in his fucking pool of gold. Like he ain't fucking being that much of a cheapskate.
Well, I don't think it's a coincidence that his name is Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, I know. Like it was just.
I'm pretty sure that was on purpose.
Oh yeah, no, it's we're so used to the DuckTales version that it's like this guy is like lives in a fucking mansion and just goes on expeditions with his fucking nephews to go find more wealth. Like at least he works for it.
I do find it interesting the way the different adaptations portray him, because with the end part where he's like, oh my God, they did it all one night. I'm going to be a better person, everything else. And he's like, you go buy a turkey and bring it to Cratchit's house. And I'm going to go to my nephew's house and all that stuff. I find it interesting that different adaptations handle this differently. Like in some cases, he'll actually go to Cratchit's house and like be like, yes, I did all this for you. And I'm going to do all this amazing things for you. But also like there's other versions, which I believe this is how it went in the book too, where he'll send the turkey to the house and never say a word about it. But then just when he comes in for work the next day, he'll be like, you're getting a raise and you're being my partner now. Like, you're coming up, man. You're coming up.
Yeah, because I know in the Muppets one, he goes right to the house because he has to do that whole dramatic like thing where he's all like, "You're late for work," or
Yeah,
like,
they did the same thing in the Mickey Mouse one.
hmm.
And I started to watch it. I only got like 10 minutes in. I wanted to watch it because I'd never seen it before, but I started the Jim Carrey one.
Is that one just called The Christmas Carol? Well?
Yes, it's I believe it's animated or CG animated, and it came out in I think 2007.
That sounds about right.
And I gotta say, for the little bit of it that I watched, Jim Carrey kind of kills it. Like doing the crotchety old man, like just wanting nothing to do with any sort of kindness or goodness to anybody, and I don't know, they must have mocapped his face or something because some of those facial expressions were so fucking Jim Carrey, way more Jim Carrey than anything we got in The Grinch.
Yeah, no, it's well, The Grinch, he had all that makeup on, so it was probably not the easiest thing in the world. Jim Carrey's a very weird actor because like post like 2000, like his roles are very much like so super hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell whether he's phoning it in or not, but because like you look at a lot of his later stuff where it's very bad, but then you look at like the Sonic the Hedgehog movies where it's like, holy shit, he's just going fucking to town on these.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, and there was another version I watched when I was a kid.
I remember.
I can't for the life of me remember which version it was. It wasn't any of the ones we've mentioned.
I'm like looking through them now.
I don't even remember who was Scrooge, but I remember they did something a little bit different with it. Like it was like he wasn't like Scrooge. Like he was still kind of like he still kind of had people in his life, but was still kind of being shitty anyway.
I remember that. I remember the 1997 one that had Tim Curry and Whoopi Goldberg in it.
That actually sounds amazing. I haven't seen that one, I don't think.
The animation looks very similar to that like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie with the Paul McCartney one, which also had Whoopi Goldberg in it. I think, now that I think about it. Yeah, but Tim Curry as Ebenezer Scrooge, that actually worked pretty well.
I can imagine. They're making a new one too. I don't know if you heard.
Are they?
Yeah, and it's going to be Johnny Depp and Ian McKellen.
Who's playing who?
I don't know. I haven't looked at too much into it.
They could theoretically. That might actually.
It could go either way. I mean, yeah. I feel like it's probably a pretty safe bet that Ian McKellen's going to be Scrooge.
That's what you'd think, but I don't know. I could see Johnny Depp doing it.
Yeah, probably.
And I kind of want to see that. Not because I think it'd be good, because I'd like to just see Johnny Depp do it.
It would be interesting. It would be kind of a different thing for him to do, too, because I feel like I haven't really seen many roles of him being like that kind of character, you know? Usually he's like this big, zany, like crazy, you know, like, or it's like this really like weird, like kind of, you know, like Corpse Bride-y or fucking kind of thing. Oh, but God. usually you see him as like a Jack Sparrow or
when I think Johnny Depp, I think Jack Sparrow these days because I'm just.
Well, I mean, I've actually seen him in a lot of things now that I think about it. I mean, I saw him in that. I saw him in Secret Window, which is a Stephen King movie. There's a couple other ones I can't think of. Oh, Sleepy Hollow. I actually really liked him in that one.
True. See, when I think my problem with like Johnny Depp is that I get like tainted by like the god awful Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie.
Yeah. See,
like, you know, it's bad when the Netflix series does better.
I mean, I will say this: the Gene Wilder.
Well, yeah, that's untouchable.
Untouchable. But I don't think the Johnny Depp one is that bad.
It's not even Johnny Depp. I hated him. I hate the fucking kid. Like he is
That's fair.
too fucking perfect, and I'm like, no, like I don't believe this.
That's fair. I don't know. I just I don't think the movie is a work of art, but I don't think it's like the worst thing ever. It's not
I
the
don't know.
worst reboot we've ever seen.
I don't know. It's weird that it's actually more accurate to the book, but I just for some reason I'm like I don't like it.
And that's part of the reason why I kind of give it a pass is because I read the book and I was like, oh, this is actually the more accurate version. That's weird.
Yeah, but Gene Wilder is just fucking untouchable in that role.
Mhm.
Like that movie is iconic for so many reasons.
Yeah, agreed.
So I just looked up the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol movie because I forgot what this looked like, and the fuck is that cover?
Yeah, the cover is weird. I feel like it doesn't represent. Like I said, I only watched like 10 or 15 minutes of
Why
it.
is he humping that bell?
But the art style itself alone is really impressive.
It reminds me of the Pol. Oh, it's because it's the same studio. I was gonna say it reminds me of the Polar Express, and
Oh, it's Castle Rock?
yeah, because it's the same. They did Polar Express, Monster House, and Beowulf.
Well, I will say that this Beowulf, wow. Okay. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. But for Polar Express and Monster House at least, I'd say this movie definitely looks way better for
Well,
CG.
it's 2009 versus 2004, so
Fair. Um,
because it's like you look at Berserk 2016 versus like PG now, and it's like yeah, you can tell time has definitely passed.
don't give them that much credit. Berserk 2016, they had the technology then. They just chose not to spend the money. That's the big difference there.
Yeah, but now people are debating it because the fucking One Punch Man season 3 controversy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, they had the technology in 2016. They just choose not to utilize it. Like,
Well, money.
exactly. Well, you know what? If they really wanted the money, they should have fucking done it right. Because if they had done it right, they could have done a lot, like longer, because they skipped a lot of shit, first of all. They could have done more, made it longer, and all the long-term hardcore Berserk fans who've been reading the manga for decades would have loved it and given them loads of money to continue making it. And
I'm
they dropped that ball.
surprised
So
they have not tried to get Mappa to do it.
I would prefer Wit, honestly. After watching The Girl from the Other Side, I think
Well, if they do it traditionally animated, yes. If they were going to go,
I think the people who did Girl from the Other Side would do a fantastic job with Berserk.
my only thing with Berserk is I feel like they're going to go CG on that no matter what, just because his art is almost too hard to do properly animated.
I I personally feel that his art is impossible to do accurately regardless.
Yes, it's very similar to the Dorohedoro artist. That's why they did that one CG as well.
That being said though, like I really questioned how they were going to handle the art style with Girl from the Other Side as well because it's this same kind of deal with the art.
True.
And I was blown away by how well that movie handled the art style. Like that was like the one big saving grace for anyone who hasn't read the manga was how fucking beautiful that movie was. And if they got the exact same team who did that to do Berserk, I think they would be able to do it.
Yeah. I think the only thing there though is like because that was such a short movie, they were able to put more effort into it in such a smaller thing. I'm not sure if that consistency would be able to keep up, but we don't know. It all depends on the money, and it's just a money thing.
Either that, or they could have just continued to do movies like they did with the Golden Age arc. That would have been just fine too, because they did like a combo of 2D and CG with those movies, and it was incredible. Incredible.
I just think they're afraid to touch Berserk.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just think that's the real thing because they know that fan base is very very hard to please.
Especially now that Miura has passed. Like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
they would revolt.
Like the fan base for Berserk is kind of to the point where they're getting to the point where like they're making it hard for new people to get into the series.
That's fair.
Because like the amount of times I'll share my manga collection on like the manga collecting subreddit, and then I will get like 5 comments being like, "No Berserk," and I'm just like, "It's not for everybody, buddy. Like, calm
Fair.
down."
Yeah.
Um,
No, it's certainly it's not it's definitely not for everybody.
it's not for
Um,
everybody, and not everyone wants to pay that much money for those fucking special editions.
no, but someday.
They
Someday I
are
will.
they are beautiful. I always still say like they are very high quality, but I'm not a Berserk fan, so I'm not going to spend the money.
True. Have you ever actually watched
I've
any of
never
the
watched
series or
it.
movies or anything?
I've read a bit of the manga. Like I read the first few chapters. It's very good. It's just it's not really me.
That's fair. I mean, I would suggest. I mean, I'm not saying like commit and go full on and read all the manga and everything else. I would say watch the Golden Age arc movies. Just that. It's fine. And if beyond that you're not interested, totally fine. But
Yeah,
it's dude, it hits. It hits.
I've heard. It's just it's I don't know. Something about the story just doesn't appeal to me.
All right. Fair
No matter how
enough.
many times I've tried.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the art's beautiful. The art is gorgeous, but it's like I don't know. It's a commitment for something I'm not really feeling. So
Fair. That's fair. I'm just saying, if you ever wanted to just, say screw it and give it a shot, I'd say watch the movies. The movies are that is like the definitive way. I still have a soft spot for the 90s series, but the it's kind of one of those weird situations where like you don't really get the full if you don't watch both.
yeah,
Because there are some things that the original series doesn't include, and then there's a bunch of stuff that the movies don't include. But like the stuff that each of them don't include, the other one did. So it's one of those weird kind of like flip floppy things. But I'd say overall the movie is a much better, more streamlined version. And if they had just continued doing those, it would have been just fine, and nobody would have had a problem with it. But they decided not to go that route, so whatever.
yeah.
But we're not here to talk about Berserk. We're
No,
here to talk about A Christmas Carol. We're here to talk about Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens and his masterpiece, as they say.
Hmm.
And also, I'm just amazed excuse me, how many goddamn adaptations of this film there are.
Yeah. Well, the most recent one that I watched was, I believe it was last year. We watched it. We watched A Christmas Karen. It was like a modern retelling of of this story.
That is
Um,
that is a name that of like if you don't know what it's about, that just sounds like a bad time.
it's literally just A Christmas Carol, but it's like a modern day Karen is Scrooge,
Hmm.
and it's pretty funny. I'll be honest. It's definitely one of those movies that's like you kind of wonder whether or not you're gonna like it when you go into it.
Yeah, that just sounds very like me sitting there going like,
He's like, do I really want to watch this? But I mean, I'd say it's worth a watch for sure. It's again not a masterpiece, but it's worth a watch.
Yeah, I'm looking through Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. What? Alrighty. Some of these are funny. Oh, yeah, there was a Bugs Bunny Christmas Carol. Of course there was.
Of course. Well, that's one of those things. Like a lot.
Oh,
Of
I
things, like,
remember. I vividly remember the Flintstones Christmas Carol because that one was funny because it wasn't like just like a Christmas Carol, but it was like the Flintstones characters. It was like the Flintstones universe, and they were doing a play of the Christmas Carol. But then they had to have like a fucking Fred and like Wilma like relationship drama in it combined with the whole thing. I was just like, wow.
Well, Christmas Carol is one of those ones that has like that huge reach that like some stories just somehow manage to attain. It in a similar vein, it's kind of like It's a Wonderful Life. Like that one has been done and done and done over and over and over, even in like stupid sitcoms. They do like It's a Wonderful Life stuff, you know. So it's one of those things that just like there's so many different, even if it's like a dumb like 20-minute adaptation, there's so many different adaptations of these stories.
It's one of it's one of the easiest parodies to do because like I I always remember like back in the day, like even Angry Video Game Nerd, he did a Christmas Carol parody for one of his reviews. I always remember that vividly. Because he was reviewing Bible games.
Bible games?
One of his many Bible games videos.
Wow.
There's a lot of
many Bible games.
There's a Game Boy cartridge called the King James Bible, and it's just straight up the Bible on a GBA cartridge.
Jesus Christ.
It's kind of amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the greatest
don't they know that video games are for the devil?
Well, in the video where James Rolfe talks about it, he actually starts typing in like words like ass and stuff into because there's a search feature, and he's just reading all the points in the Bible where the word ass is said, and he's like, he's laughing the whole time, and then he just ends it by going, "I'm going to hell." Now, the best Bible game of all time, though, is Super Noah's Ark 3D.
Say that again?
It's Super Noah's Ark 3D.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Look this up on your phone. It is a Wolfenstein clone.
What?
Where you play as Noah in the Ark, and you shoot animals to put them to sleep because they're being too rowdy. But it's straight up Wolfenstein.
What the fuck? It has a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Because it's Wolfenstein. Like
it was on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's an unlicensed Super Nintendo cartridge. I've been looking for one of these, but it's gotten expensive lately.
I'm putting it on my Ambernick.
The way that it would work is you'd have to put a regular Super Nintendo game into the top of it, and that would like bypass the lockout and let you play it. But it's just straight up Wolfenstein.
That's ridiculous.
It's never been confirmed, but there's like a theory that id gave Wisdom Tree, the company that made all these Bible games, the Wolfenstein source code because they were pissed off about the butchered Wolfenstein port on Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Which I doubt is true, but it's really funny if it was.
That's hilarious. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I think Christmas Carol might be like the most parodied Christmas like film of all time.
I'd say at worst it's tied with It's a Wonderful Life because it's so easy to do like a quick little like I said, like I've seen a bunch of sitcoms who've done It's a Wonderful Life before. Like it's so easy to just do like a quick little 20-minute, whoa, I wish I was never born, you know, like
yeah, that one's very parodied too.
I'd say that one is the only one that even comes close to rivaling it when it comes to Christmas movies and stuff.
See, Christmas Carols, at least, I think the reason why that one's very common is that one at least has a happy ending. Like that's easier to portray in like children's media.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because I always think of like there's like Wonderful Life parodies in a lot of things. They're always really bleak and dark.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, the world is so much better without you in it. It's like, oh, that's great. Yeah,
that's usually the direction that a lot of the parodies go for. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life was definitely like, oh look how awful everything is for everybody. I bet you wish you were still born.
Yeah, it's funny because the source material was the other way around, but a lot of the parodies are like, look how much better the world is without you, and it's like, it's great.
Yeah.
I love stupid shit like that. I have to watch that goddamn Jim Carrey version now. That looks cursed as fuck. And
I need to finish it for sure. The only reason I stopped watching it was because Frances was bitching and moaning. She wanted to watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, so I fucking had to put that on. But
it happens.
It's either that or Little Einsteins. I don't remember which. Although Little Einsteins has been fucking upsetting her. Like the past 2 times I put it on for her, she cried.
Huh.
Because of the episode upset her for some reason.
Do you remember the like black comedy like parody version of Christmas Carol with Bill Murray.
Oh fuck! Is that the one I was thinking of?
Scrooged is what it's called.
That might be the one I was thinking of.
I
Because
always
I knew that there was like an actor that I retroactively knew, I didn't recognize him at the time because I was like young when I first saw it. But then like later in life, I'm like, I feel like it was an actor that I know who was in that. I think that might have been it.
yeah, I feel like vividly remember that. Excuse me, that version for some reason.
Was there
There's also
something? Was there something to do with like acting in that movie?
I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember I watched it once and was like, "This is fucking weird."
I think that might have been the one. I think that might have been it.
Because there was also the Will Ferrell one, like Spirited.
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's got Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds in it. It's like another one of those like modern retellings.
That's a weird pair for that.
Yeah,
Are they supposed to be like Scrooge and Marley?
I never saw it. I just saw the cover. But you notice I notice a lot in these, like they have Scrooge, like Ebenezer Scrooge, but like they don't ever have like Cratchit because like they want to make it modern, so they change all the other names.
Yeah.
Um, Will Ferrell was Scrooge apparently.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
I can't imagine him being a crotchety old anything.
I just remember him as the fucking elf.
Yeah. That's the only Christmas movie I can remember him in.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the kind of character that he plays in most of his films.
See, when I think Will Ferrell, I
More or
think
less.
Talladega Nights. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Which actually, funny enough, a couple weeks ago, my brother spent the night, and my little brother, and he had never apparently seen it. So we watched it.
I've never seen Talladega Nights.
Nope. And
Oh, elf.
God, I'm so glad we watched it because that's a classic. You gotta watch that at least once.
Yeah.
At least. And what else? Fuck. I don't know. I can't fucking think straight. I'm still working off my food coma. Dude, I ate so much fucking food yesterday.
Well, the worst thing that always happens when we go for Thanksgiving is like, well, we're waiting on the food to get finished. Like, there's this big spread of just like a charcuterie, and I'm always like, all right, don't fill up on charcuterie. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm just like, I've made a horrible mistake.
I did good on that. Xander did not. He ate way too much crackers and cheese, and it spoiled his appetite. I only had like a couple pieces just to keep myself like level, and then I made a huge fucking plate of food. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who cleared my plate. And I let my stomach settle for a while. Then I had 2 pieces of pie there, and then I went to my mom's house and had 2 more pieces of pie there.
So much pie. And it always like right after, I'm like, I've made a horrible mistake.
Yeah. I pretty much ate half a pie to my face, but each slice was a different kind of pie. Like I had it was like a pudding pie, cheesecake, pumpkin pie, and apple pie.
I had pumpkin, pecan. Pecan, that's just straight up.
Oh fuck, man, I love pecan pie.
Pecan pie is amazing, but my god, it is terrible for you.
Oh, it is, but I would fucking you put a fucking pecan pie in front of me and I'm fucking eating it. I don't give a fuck. If actually pop that bitch in the microwave for 30 seconds and plop some vanilla ice cream on top. Fucking oh man.
Yeah. There's that, and then I had like a coconut pie. That was pretty good.
Well, I haven't had a coconut pie in forever. That sounds really good.
I'm not a big apple pie fan. I don't like fruit in baked goods. I'm weird like that.
I like apple pie. One thing that I'm really missing this year, which I've only actually had like a good one like a couple of times, but I really wanted a sweet potato pie.
Those are good too.
Really, really badly. Love sweet potato pie. It's like pumpkin pie, but better.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not pumpkin. Pumpkin
Yeah,
pie is the
exactly.
only pumpkin thing I like, and even then, it's just because it's kind of like the only pumpkin thing that doesn't taste like pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
I like pumpkin beer.
I mean, I don't hate pumpkin, but I feel like it just has such a fucking like stigma attached to it that I'm just like, get away from me.
Well, I had pumpkin
I'll
spice
take I'll take I'll
once.
take apple cider flavor over pumpkin. Flatly more.
I had pumpkin spice coffee once, and I almost threw up. I was like, "That's disgusting. I never want that again."
I mean, I don't hate it. See, that's one of those things. Like, I don't hate pumpkin spice, and like, but there's also some times where they just they just they go too hard with the wrong things. You know,
Well,
like it's like
it's like
it's
you go
like
to
when you see fucking Sour Patch Kids cereal. Like, who the fuck asked for that?
yeah, but kids will try it.
Yeah, they will.
Like when they
Or
had the
kids will
Oreos.
fucking try anything.
Do you remember Cookie Crisp?
We actually have a box of Cookie Crisp at my house right now.
I had it like back as a kid. I tried it once recently. I was like, "Why did I like this?"
I mean, it's definitely not cookies. I mean, it's not the worst cereal in the world. I mean,
No,
I'm more of I like more subtle cereals.
if I'm gonna eat cereal, it's either Honey Bunches of Oats or like Frosted Mini Wheats. Like,
Yeah, see, like honey bunches of oats and like maybe like Raisin Bran Crunch. Like I like that shit. That's good.
I just don't have time to have cereal in the morning anymore, so I just never
Me
do.
neither. Cereal used to be like my go-to late night snack. Like, especially when I was like late teen, early 20s, and I used to smoke a lot of weed. I'd eat so much cereal. I'd love it.
Cereal is always good, but like it's a lot of work and like that's a lot of milk.
Do you drink the milk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to go to waste.
No, I'm with you, man. Yeah, I've heard both sides of the argument, man. It's just, no, you drink the
Well,
milk.
do you?
You finish your lunch.
So I have to ask: do you put the cereal in first, or are you one of those psychos that puts the milk in first?
No, I'm not psychotic. I don't understand
Okay,
people who do that.
I've seen it.
I think I
I've
did
seen
it once as a kid, and I was like, never again. Never
I've
again.
seen one person put the milk in first. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Literally the only time where it is even feasibly excusable to have the milk in first is if you're pouring in a second bowl of cereal.
Yeah, but even then, I think I would drink the milk and then just pour more milk.
Yeah, even then, I would just drink the milk and pour more in. Yes,
It's like
agreed.
I'm just like thinking about that. I'm like, you're gonna splash shit everywhere. You're getting less cereal in the process. Like,
You're gonna make more of a mess. Like you can kind of like dial in the milk that you need for the amount of cereal you have. Like it just makes more sense to put the cereal in first.
see, I don't know why this reminded me of this, but I was thinking of like summer camp, and I remember like during one of like the summer camp mornings, it was you remember those old like portable like cereal bowl things that you could get, and you'd like peel the top off, and it's just cereal
Yes.
there.
Yes.
I remember a summer camp kid had that, and he poured his Mountain Dew into the cereal. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's the point that I was getting to is kids will fucking do anything. Well,
I
first of
know.
all, there was one time as a kid, we didn't have milk. And I was like, fuck it, I'll pour water in there. Like,
Done that too.
it
It's terrible.
can't be that much of a difference, right?
Oh,
Never again. Never again.
Eat it dry.
I dumped that
Eat it-
straight in the toilet.
Eat it dry. Eat it dry at
Yeah.
that point. Eat it
Yeah.
dry.
But like going into the whole like kids will try anything, like Xander keeps doing these weird fucking things where he's just like, hey, how about I like fucking pour this Mountain Dew into my orange juice? Like, no, how about you don't, because that's disgusting and it's a waste. Because you're gonna take one sip and be like, this is fucking gross. Why did I do this?
You know what that's a sign of, though? He's going to be one of those kids that tries out all the mixed drinks and like tries to make his own.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It's one of those things. It's one of those things.
You never made
kids will fucking do anything. You know,
you never did the
kids will try
summer
anything.
camp thing where you mix all the sodas together to see what happens.
No, well, that's actually a question I wanted to ask you. So you mentioned summer camp a couple times. Did you do like an overnight summer camp, or was it just a day camp?
It was day, but they did like every now and then they do an overnight night.
Okay. See, I did a day camp, but they didn't do any of the overnight things. See, I did mine in Kingston. and they
What
did
was
it
the
like
name
over
of the
like by
What was the name of the camp?
it was the Reed Center. I don't know what the like. I don't know if there was like a specific name for the camp program or
I
whatever,
was just
but
curious because there was one
they did it at the
nearby
Reed
there.
Center.
I went to one nearby there. I don't want to dox the camp's name, but
Yeah, well,
uh,
I already fucking named the place that mine was at, so whatever.
yeah, no, we always did like the one like that summer camp had like some of like the night camps like because it was like a once a session like overnight. They had a lot of rituals and shit because of course they did. It was summer camp.
Yeah.
Our favorite was we would make the fucking like they called it like the juggle juice, which was basically we just mixed all the sodas that everyone brought, and it was always a fucking disaster.
Mhm.
Um, but we would do that, and then there was the best is we would have midnight murder ball.
Okay.
Midnight Murder Ball was a game that only the only the CITs could play. So you had to wait till like you were like a counselor in training, which was it was a joke that didn't mean shit. But basically in the middle of like midnight, we'd all just go out to the open field and we'd bring the most powerful flashlights everyone had, and you would point them all towards the center of the circle. And you would basically everyone would you'd draw straws, and the people with the four small shortest straws would have to get in the center of the lights, so you were blinded, and then we just pelt you with fucking dodgeballs. And then after the time was up, we'd switch, so everyone got a taste. But it was like it was the most like, what the fuck are we even doing?
Yeah, well, you know what? We were the last generation to be able to say, yeah, we pelted each other with dodgeballs and we fucking loved it.
Oh, Midnight Murder Ball was hilarious because like,
and now everybody's too much of fucking. They don't even allow dodgeball anymore.
I remember back when we first played dodgeball in high school and they used the actual fucking kickballs. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, it was the best, dude. And you know what? For the kids out there who complained and got that shit fucking booted out of schools, fuck you.
Missing out on all the fun.
Yeah, exactly. You ruined it for everybody. Congratulations.
Yeah, God.
Because you know what? It's not childhood if you don't get fucking bee stung in the face with a kickball.
All right. Headshot. Do a lap.
I swear to God, my head was a fucking magnet because I got hit all the time. It didn't matter what sport we were doing.
Yeah. Now, the best part about Midnight Murder Ball, though, is like once you like, because like it was kind of like it was just straight up like a, like kind of like a, it was part of the experience, as they would say.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with it was literally like, once you actually got past the fact that, yeah, you're going to get pelted with dodgeballs, you'd start playing into it. So you'd start like fucking dancing and shit in the middle and like taunting everybody.
Oh, yeah. You got to do the taunts. Of course.
Because like straight up, like if the lights were so fucking bright, you could not see shit. So the balls were just coming out of nowhere.
Yo, dude, no bullshit. If like a bunch of dudes our age got together, we're like, yo, we're doing a dodgeball game. We rent out of space. We're doing fucking dodgeball. I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm in. I don't care if I throw out my back or fucking
the worst part is
pocket, which is actually a problem I have. I slip ever since I was a kid, like my arm just slips right out of the fucking socket if I put too much stress on it. But
see, the fear there isn't the actual getting hit by the ball. It's we're gonna fucking hurt ourselves because we're old.
Yeah, but no, I mean, that reminds me of the last time I played laser tag and I went way too hard. And I wasn't even old at that point. I was like early 20s.
See, my problem with
fucked myself up because I went way too hard. See, it was like a really nice laser tag plays.
The last time I did laser tag, it was fun, but the thing that kind of ruined it was the fact that we were the oldest people there. We were playing with a bunch of like 10-year-olds, and I was like, yeah, this ain't. I'm like, no. Like, no.
That's okay. I'm okay with it. I've made peace with it. I'll just bring my kid. I'll bring my kid. Make it less weird.
You get the excuse when you're hanging out with a bunch of like 20-year-olds and you're playing with a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds. It's like, yeah, this is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Look, all I'm saying is, once you got enough drinks in you, don't matter.
Makes it worse. That makes it worse. Oh.
You fucking kick those kids. Who gives a shit?
The angry mom. The angry mom just waiting for you outside. Yeah, after that, I was kind of like, oh, the moms are going to watch. I don't want to play anymore because this is going to end badly.
So you went to a bad laser tag place. Place I went, there was no place to watch. You just fucking, you went in and you were in the pit.
Well, it was, you couldn't watch, but it was more the kids crying to their moms after because the big mean 20-year-old got them out. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this.
I'll say this again, and I emphasize, fuck them kids.
Phrasing. No, I think I played one round and then I went to the arcade and just hung out in there for the rest of it. I'm like, you guys can do this. I'm gonna go over here and play skee ball.
I feel that. I mean, realistically, they'd probably kick my ass at this point. So
it's why I don't. So I played airsoft for a little bit, and the reason I stopped is because I can't stand fucking airsoft people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like I'm just there trying to have fun, and everyone else is like acting like it's the most important thing in their life, and I'm like, I don't like this. Like, you guys are too into this.
Yeah, they go way too hard.
When I see the guys in full tactical gear, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, like I never like went to like an actual like airsoft spot, but I've definitely played airsoft before, and it's I don't know. See, it's one of those things where I'm perfectly okay with being fucking slammed in the face with a kickball, but
I didn't care about getting hit. I just hated like the people that took it so fucking serious. Like if you were just trying to have fun and weren't like playing up to the same skill level, they'd get all fucking bitchy about it. And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking care. So then I started shooting our own team members because I was like, I hate all of you people.
You ever get hit in the ass?
Oh yeah, it happens.
You ever get hit in the nuts?
That's why you wear protection.
Yeah, well,
you learn once. You learn once, and you're like, nope.
See, you say that.
You get a shield, and then you're good. The key thing, you don't have to buy all the stupid tactical. Yeah, I mean, obviously a face mask, that's a requirement. Which is funny. They actually don't require mouth. They only recover eyes, which is interesting to me.
You're not gonna knock out any teeth with airsoft. It's gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna knock any teeth out.
Depending on how close you are, it's debatable. I always wore a bandana at first, and then I guess I started wearing a fucking dirt bike mask.
Yeah, well, let's be real. If you're fucking shooting somebody point blank in the face, you're a piece of shit. You should be kicked out.
The majority of airsoft players, yes. I'm sorry, that's a little mean. Yeah, no. See, my key is I would just wear fucking like jeans and a fucking leather jacket, and you'd be fine.
Fair.
You don't need this fucking body armor like some of these people wear. I'm like, what the? I'm like, okay.
For real.
Yeah. Good times.
Oh yeah.
I miss laser tag back when you could actually see. I wish they did like adult laser tag, like just only like.
I'm sure they do in some place. I'm sure there's definitely places you can go and whether they have like adults only night or whatever. Like, I'd be into that, dude. We should fucking try to find a place.
I just don't know if
we'd have to like we'd have to do some serious planning and everything, just because we live in different states, but we can make that work. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So much planning. We have to do stuff. We can have a year that doesn't suck.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully with Cindy working now and everything else, I'm optimistic about this next year. Let's hope. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I'm getting closer to having all my house projects done, so yeah, hopefully.
I am a little disappointed that we didn't make it out to you this year, but it's been one of those years.
I mean, theoretically, you're still in the window of when you came last year, but
yeah, well, we came like the first or second week of December last year.
Yeah, it was right around this time because I had just put out the Christmas decorations then as well.
Oh yeah, I remember because Cindy was critiquing your Christmas tree.
That's fine. She'd hate it now.
Oh yeah, and you were recording Anti-Game of the Year.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't even know if we're doing that this year.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jerry's mentioned that they are still doing it on Super Ghost, but
He
I
hasn't
don't
reached
know.
out about it.
I don't know who he's having on or if it's going to be as big an event as it has been in the past, but
I
I'm
don't know.
pretty sure he's still doing it.
I hope he brings the group back because that would be disappointing if he didn't. But
I think, if I'm remembering right, I could be mistaken, but if I'm remembering right, I'm pretty sure he said that the past couple of years have been a lot, and he's going to try and dial it back a little bit because it was like a lot. It was like, what, like 6 hours at least?
the first year, definitely.
I mean, he said, I mean, from what I remember him saying, like he said he had a lot of fun doing it, but it is a lot.
Yeah, true. Anyways,
I'm looking forward to our end of year discussion.
that'll be fun. I mean, we got the 3DO New Year's special. That's always fun, and then the GNC anime rundown.
Yep.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, man.
Time. Yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully,
I'm like,
hopefully I can get a few more stuff done for the.
I'm at the point now where I'm like, don't even tell me the numbers. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you off mic last week where I was at, but
yeah, I've already forgotten because I just want it to be a surprise.
fair.
It's gonna be a tight one. I know that it's gonna be that. I'm gonna be in third probably, and then Slade I think is there's Slade and Jared are probably in the back, but that's fine.
See, I'm at a point now where like I'm not confident. I was confident earlier in the year, and then I don't know. I feel like some shade was thrown, and she was like, "All right, I'm going. Let's go. Let's fucking go."
I don't know. I'm curious because I'm trying to avoid how many Alex has. I haven't checked with her in a while. It's
I feel
really.
like every time I listen to a new gaming collection, she's like, "Well, I watched this and this and this and this." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
She's watching a lot of trash right now. Like,
I watched a lot of movies, man, and I feel like I ran out of good movies to watch. Like I can only watch so many trash movies, but it's the easiest way to get numbers.
I know. You gotta watch.
I watched like
OVs,
almost
man.
every fucking Netflix movie that they have. Like almost every anime movie that's on Netflix I've watched.
I actually have to do that. Watch a few more movies so I can pad out the end of my list.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to reach out and we got to start planning pretty soon.
Just hoping Bill hits 100.
I don't think we're gonna get the 100.
Come on, man! Triple digits. You can do it.
I don't think so. I'm happy I got where I got.
Did you count Go Go Act Man?
Yes.
There's a few more of those Toriyama shorts that you could throw in there that would count.
Yeah, but they're all subbed.
Cash Man.
They're all subbed, man.
Cash Man.
I watched Go just because we did the episode. Like, and I forced myself.
There was only like 8 minutes too.
That too. We got to see the what's her name dancing up there. The black bar flying around.
God. God.
You know,
that was, oh my God.
That was in all three of them the same time. My reaction was, what the fuck?
The fucking a huge black sensor bar.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, good times.
Just wobbling around.
Hey, she was the most positive character in that movie, god damn it.
God damn. It's crazy.
But yeah, we've gone on about an hour and a half, I'd say.
I think we only talked about Christmas Carol for about 20 of that.
That's fine. We talked about Berserk for another 10, so it's good.
We talked about Blazer Tag for another 20.
That's fine. It's fine. One of these days we're just gonna have to talk about life. Like do like a lore episode.
Yeah.
But
be Bill and Matt behind the blow.
One of these days we'll talk about school and we'll realize that'll get fucking depressing because it'll be like how much I hated fucking school.
God, I actually had the thought recently. So my sister, my very much younger sister, is in her senior year of high school, and I realized that I was in her position 13 years ago.
Yeah, did you ever have that realization that we've been out of school longer than we were in school?
Yeah, I have had that realization.
Isn't it a great feeling?
It's a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, it's not a fun feeling.
I mean, I'm happy to be out of school, but at the same time, like, where did school felt like an eternity? These last like years since we graduated have gone by so fucking fast.
Yeah, yeah. It's because when you're in school, you're constantly looking forward. You're constantly like, oh, hey, how many days until the next long weekend, or how many days until the next, spring break or winter break or whatever.
I just don't
And
understand how a 6-hour school day somehow feels longer than an like 10-hour work shift.
that depends on your job, I think.
I guess. I mean,
You
I've
didn't really
always
work in customer service, to my knowledge.
no, I've been a machinist my entire life.
Yeah, yeah. Talk to me when you flip some burgers.
Yeah, I'd rather. I did my night shift. I did the night shift, so I kind of consider that my like
That's fair. That's fair.
my either do like you work like a menial job like that, or you work night shift.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's usually you're paying your dues. I think everyone should
Yes,
work a
sir.
night shift once just to like experience it because that once I always say once you work a night shift, you'll never complain. You'll always understand. You'll basically never actually like whenever you hear someone complain about the night shift, you'll understand. You'll get that compassion and understanding
Yeah.
because you've been
I
there.
mean, or if you ever worked like a double, like a fucking 16-hour day, like
I did
I've
many a
done.
double at Richards.
Yeah, I did a bunch of those there too, and then I did a bunch when because I used to work at Burger King and Dunkin' Donuts, and I didn't work full time at Burger King, thank God, at least at that point. Um, at first, I was exclusively working full time at Burger King, but then I flipped to Dunkin' Donuts as my primary. Then I worked like 2 or 3 nights at Burger King, but like those fucking sucked, man.
Yeah, one of these days I'll do an episode where we just discuss like the night shift at Richards because holy shit, that was a
We
fun.
should, we should
You
just do
gotta
a whole episode just talking about work experiences in general.
talking about. We could do an entire episode on Richards because holy shit. I can say
Yeah,
Richards because that company no longer exists, but
yeah, they went straight down the hole.
he sure did. I actually kind of feel bad about it just because I did love working there.
Yeah,
Like as much as it went to hell at the end, it was a family.
yeah, for sure. And even like there were points where like I definitely got too lax, and then like Charlie would pull me aside and be like, "Yo, man, get your shit together." I'd be like, "All right, my bad," you know. And then it's just one of those things where you get into that pattern, and it gets to a point where you get too comfortable and too complacent. Anybody who
Yeah.
does the same fucking thing day in day out, it happens to everybody. And every now and then you just need somebody to shake you a little bit and say, "Hey, wake the fuck up." I was like, "Okay,
I
my
mean,
bad,
I still have the infamous card.
dude. I don't want to see that card. Get this shit
Oh,
out of my face."
that was the maddest that was the maddest I've ever seen Cindy.
Oh god, that's one of those. That's gonna be one of my deathbed memories.
The funniest part is when you guys came to visit, that thing was just sitting on my table over here full on display. You didn't notice because I noticed. I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
god,
let's just not bring
yeah,
attention to that."
yeah. That's good. That's definitely gonna be one of my deathbed memories for sure. It's just that whole scenario playing out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when the fuck they had time to sign mine because I didn't even like give them notice. I just was like, "Yeah, I'm leaving." Like, "Oh, here's your card." I'm like,
That makes it even worse.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because they knew it was coming for me.
I don't. I don't know. To be honest, I mean, I guess I was there for 8 years.
I just got Doreen's signature.
Doreen was nice, very nice lady.
Thanks for my $5 Dunkies card, assholes.
Uh, I mean, at least you didn't get the expired Kohl's cash.
Fair.
That happened
Not
once.
that I've ever shopped at Kohl's in my entire life. So
Yeah, that was a running gag for a long time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
we've rambled on quite enough though.
We went for an extra 10 minutes than we meant to.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. So you can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's on everything at this point. Check us out at Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site with a whole bunch of different podcasts, videos, blogs. Great group of people over there. Always putting out new stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week when we talk about whatever our next topic is. But
sitcom Christmas specials.
Is that one next week?
Yep.
I think it
next
is.
Week is Christmas week.
Shit. Oh no. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
Have a good one.